Well, we have confirmation for more characters in Avengers Doomsday. Avengers Doomsday is becoming a lot more than we thought it was going to be. I think at some point in time, Marvel Studios had a revelation of what would work with the audience. And in their minds, it's basically to give us what we want. Now, we've talked about this in another video. Fan service can be a great thing or it can be a bad thing. It really just depends on the story and how you work people in. And luckily for us, that seems to be Marvel Studios' plan. The great news is the Russo brothers have done fan service with previous films and it's been really great. Think Captain America finally picking up Mjolnir and fighting Thanos. It was epic and it was done in a great way. That's what we can seemingly expect from Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. And the recent listing from Production Weekly tells us that Avengers Secret Wars is going to start filming in March, which means that script is probably mostly done at this point. They're probably finalizing it, putting the finishing touches on it. Now, of course, it's kind of fluid. It can change as filming starts. While filming, if they get a new idea, they can just incorporate that into the movie. It's a really good thing. But it also means that info about that script will get leaked. We see it happen with almost every single MCU film and shows for that matter. I mean, we've already heard pieces of it. Chris Evans is going to be returning. Scarlett Johansson is rumored to be returning. Haley Atwell is returning. And now we have a report from two different insiders stating that a couple of X-Men are going to be returning. And I believe even more are going to be returning than what the insiders stated. According to Alex Perez from thecosmiccircus.com and insider My Time to Shine Hello, both Kelsey Grammer's Beast and Daphne Keene's X-23 are going to be returning for Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. Now, Kelsey Grammer's Beast does not come as that big of a surprise. He was in the post-credit scene for The Marvels. They established that Monica Rambeau went to another universe, and when she woke up, she saw Beast. And Beast also mentioned Professor Xavier. So right there, if Beast is going to be in Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, then I'm assuming Professor X is going to be there as well. In fact, I think he's going to be one of the leaders because I believe that an Illuminati is going to be established in the MCU, even if they don't officially call it that. Basically, it's going to be the leaders of all of these different teams, the leaders of the Avengers, the leaders of another Avengers team, because our Avengers team is going to be absolutely huge. They're going to divide and conquer with leaders of each group. That'll probably make up for no Inhumans being there, no Black Bolt. But I'm sure we'll have Doctor Strange, Captain America, Professor Xavier, Mr. Fantastic, and maybe Deadpool and Wolverine, since it really seems like Marvel Studios wants to put them on the screen a lot more. And who knows, if Chris Evans comes back as a Captain America, he can be there as well. But clearly the X-Men are going to play a lot bigger role in Avengers Doomsday than we thought. So is another group, but we'll get to that in just a bit. At the end of Deadpool and Wolverine, they were in the 10,005 universe, which is the universe that the Fox X-Men are currently in. And at the end of Deadpool and Wolverine, we saw X-23 with Wolverine, with Deadpool, with their family. Deadpool asked the TVA if they could take care of some of their friends, and the TVA seemingly pulled through. Ryan Reynolds also posted an alternate post-credit scene on Instagram of Gambit returning. It was a big clarification that he was alive. And not only that, but you could also see that there was a Marvel Sparkle Circle, as Deadpool called it, a portal opening up behind him, and he turns around and he smiles. This implies that somebody went and got Gambit. And Ryan Reynolds recently stated that Marvel Studios is obsessed with Channing Tatum's Gambit. And we've heard enough from Channing Tatum to know that he will basically do anything with Gambit. He just wants to return as Gambit and play him again. He doesn't care what it's in. He doesn't care how it is. It's his dream role. He tried for years to make it happen. It finally happened in Deadpool and Wolverine. It was the time of his life, and he just wants to return. And all signs point to him returning. Marvel Studios wants him around. They're obsessed with him. They know the fans want him back. Plus, that post-credit scene that Ryan released shows somebody showing up to get him. Perhaps it was Wong or maybe even Doctor Strange. As far as we know, Deadpool does not have a sling ring. And even if he did, it takes practice to use it, so I'm not sure he could. So I'm also assuming that Channing Tatum's Gambit is going to be a part of the X-Men team as well. So we have already Beast, Professor Xavier, Deadpool and Wolverine, X-23, and Gambit. Then when you think about who else is in the 10,005 universe, we can get characters like Storm, Rogue, Psylocke, really anybody who hasn't died in the Fox X-Men universe. And if we're being honest, even if they died in the 10,005 universe, they could always come back from a different universe as a variant. Take Cyclops, for example. I totally hope we see James Marsden's Cyclops return, and hope that he gets a little bit of justice. So pretty decent confirmed X-Men team so far, plus we're going to have others from the 10,005 universe and other universes as well. But from another recent report from Daniel RPK, he states that Joe Locke, Aman Vellani, Haley Steinfeld, Soshi Gomez, Catherine Newton, and Dominique Thorne are all set to return for Champions. Now, if you're not familiar with those names, those are the actors who play Billy, aka Wiccan, the son of the Scarlet Witch, Miss Marvel, Kate Bishop's Hawkeye, America Chavez, Cassie Lang, and Ironheart. They are essentially the Young Avengers. However, we've heard that the Young Avengers in the MCU are going to be called Champions. And they are getting their own Disney Plus series, which is what Daniel RPK is referring to here, but we know that they're going to set up the Young Avengers team in the Avengers films. So if this is the cast that is confirmed to be a part of the Champions, that means this cast right here is confirmed for Doomsday and Secret Wars, provided that they all live through Doomsday. And it's really not that hard to bring them into Avengers Doomsday. They're all connected to many people in our Avengers team. Wiccan is going to be connected to the Scarlet Witch. Miss Marvel obviously connected to Captain Marvel. Kate Bishop is connected to Hawkeye. America Chavez is literally training with Wong right now. Cassie Lang obviously connected to Scott Lang, Ant-Man. And Riri Williams, aka Ironheart, is connected to our current Black Panther, Shuri. And a Black Panther 3 is confirmed thanks to Denzel Washington. He confirmed this while talking about the upcoming movies he's going to be in, and he revealed that Black Panther 3 was one of them, so Shuri is definitely going to be involved in Doomsday and Secret Wars. So the cast is already really big. We have the Young Avengers, or the Champions, coming into these movies. We have the X-Men from the 10,005 universe plus other universes as well. And if X-23 and Gambit are alive, that means the TVA saved all of them, so Blade and Elektra are alive as well, and they could definitely return. But then we have our Avengers. Our Avengers team is pretty big as it is as well, especially if you throw in the other characters like the Guardians of the Galaxy. Deadline reported that there are going to be more than 60 MCU characters in Avengers Doomsday, and so far that is checking out. It seems like we might actually have even more than that. Obviously, there are going to be a bunch of different variants that appear in this movie, and it looks like Doctor Doom is going to have his own team as well, which he totally should. He has his own team in the comics, the Black Swans, but I think they're going to change it up a little bit, and in the MCU, his team is going to consist of Avengers variants. I've heard some rumblings about that. It's not confirmed yet, but it seems like that is something that Marvel Studios is considering, and yeah, that makes sense. If you're having Robert Downey Jr. return as Doctor Doom, give him some variants of Avengers and possibly X-Men who believe in his cause, at least at first, because we do believe that he's going to be trying to save the multiverse at first before he becomes the god of Battleworld in Avengers Secret Wars. But let me know what you think about the current lineup for Avengers Doomsday. It's starting to get really big, really good. Let me know your thoughts about it in the comments down below. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all things with the MCU, all the news, rumors, and leaks. You can also find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.